Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I am lakeside filming here in Texas, baby. Today, I'm down at Funtown RV. You got their campground right across from the lake. You have their superstore right over here in Cleburne, Texas. 700 units in stock, or so. I'm just guessing on that one. But you guys might remember a couple weeks ago, I went to East to West RV in Indiana to record basically 30 units of their entire lineup, and this one escaped me. And as I've been posting these videos, a lot of people have been asking, where is the 400TH? Where is the 400TH? Well, here it is. Funtown bailed me out on my trip down here for their lot party. And yeah, I mean, this is a 2025 East to West Takoda 400TH. This is a triple axle, 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, well-built toy hauler with a 16-foot garage. This is an absolutely incredible behemoth if you're someone that needs a very large garage. This also has 3 camera safety systems. So you got a camera over on the side, one on the other side, and then one behind you. So if you're not accustomed to pulling around something this large, which most people are not until you just get into one, and it's going to really help out with kind of that feel-good moment. You know, I'd imagine even me getting into this, and I've got plenty of experience pulling around campers, I'd be really happy to have that 3-camera safety system. This is actually a top 10 runner-up for the RV of the year, so a ton of people like it. And, you know, I was really disappointed when I couldn't shoot it. So we're going to start off on the inside, work our way around the outside. And, man, couldn't ask for a better place to be, you know, recording outside of maybe like that trash bag being removed. But other than that, it's a pretty darn good day for me. So if you don't mind, drop a comment, say hello, help me push out this video to a new audience. And if you are brand new, you know, hit that like and subscribe button. But like I said, triple axle, Cooper H-rated tires, by the way. Man, you got the pass-through storage. We'll get back and show off some of this, but really good kind of sound system going throughout this. But one thing I do enjoy about this is, you know, they have these step above steps, but they're the kind that are the easy lift. So anytime you see that right there, you can get in and out just a little bit easier. So if you're someone that has some shoulder issues or maybe some kids, you also have a friction hinge door with the screen defender as well. But just all around, a lot of good goodies for this. You're also going to have laminated walls. So you have the high density foam with Asdale as well. So that's nice. And then, oh, that's kind of cool. They put these stickers here. Plywood decking, I already knew that. But they do have a 40,000 BTU furnace. So this thing's going to stay a little bit warmer for you. They also have things like tank heaters and, you know, all of that. But this is a pretty darn snazzy. I think the appeal of this is the aesthetics. It kind of reminds me of a Brinkley. However, it doesn't come with the price tag of a Brinkley either. So you're going to have your refrigerator, residential style oven and microwave over here, and then plenty of seating over here. But we'll get back to the living room since this is a toy hauler. If the toy hauler doesn't work for you, you know, you might not be interested, and I certainly don't want to be someone wasting your time. But like I said, 16-foot garage. So one of the industry's largest garages in here. You also got plenty of window coverage as well, which is, you know, right now kind of blacked out with the shades that comes with this bad boy. But you got a track system as opposed to like a puck system with like a little latch right there. So I like that because you can, you know, anchor it at a number of different points. There's probably 180 different ways that you can, you know, set up your straps and whatnot, which is really nice. You also have the dovetail finish, you know, back in the back to help you from not skirting out, you know, some of your toys there. You flip it around. One, you got a control panel. We'll get back to that here in a second. But you got this really handy little half bath. Show off the old bowling gun, baby. But you got the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Plumbed in sink. The wood cabinetry looks really nice with kind of the black accents. I think that's pretty darn sharp. And then you have the porcelain foot flush throne right in here. You're also going to have washer and dryer prep. So if you don't need all 16 feet of your garage, you can soak up a couple of that, you know, with the washer and dryer to make it a little bit more versatile for you. You have the dimmers in here, so that's always handy. That's going to be, you know, just for dimming the lights, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. And then you have the bed lift control as well. So right now, I've got it set up in the down mode. The sound system, I should point that out. 1, 2, 3. You have, I'm sorry, zone 1 and 2, so that's going to be inside and outside. But you can separate the sound from the garage to the main coach, which is nice. But right now, I've got it kind of in like sleeper mode. So you got the 2 rollover sofas. Obviously, you can connect those to look very similar to the top. But I wanted to show off what the sofa looks like. You know, obviously, you're going to lower it down just a little bit more. Maybe put a table in the middle. Now you're playing some cards. You're having a good time. Hopefully something fun like some euchre if you got some good taste. a drop down queen bed, and then you have the accent lighting there up underneath to really shine up like justice at night. You got the MB Court for the sound system. Now, I'm not familiar with that brand as a whole. However, I did bump these things up, and man, did they get pretty darn loud. I can't play any music on here because YouTube will shut down the ability for me to monetize the video if I do. But it gets bumping, and you can trust that. Take it to the bank, baby. Flip it around. This patio, I believe, holds about 2,500, 3,000 pounds, something around there. So you can really come out here, enjoy something like a lakeside view. Set up the table, play your cards, have a little bit of fun, have some buddies out here. The patio wall as well, closes up. It's a 3 Seasons patio, but you can also collapse it pretty easily. There's a little rope here on this side. You just pull it down, and now as you can see, really easy to get this in and out. You can also completely remove it too if you need just that little extra oomph. Speakers right up here. There's going to be the backup camera. You also have the Gerard awning, which is coming on, kind of your 500,000 plus club motorhome. So the same type of awning for here to go and give you a little bit of extra shade. And then as you can see, you're also going to have your loft with the TV as well, which I think, that's pretty darn snazzy. If you got kids or if you just need a little extra storage, like my, my cousin that I often use as an example of, he did motocross, and I could tell him, putting up all of his equipment up there. And then he also got that big old speaker right there, get the place up bumping. Again, the sound system on this thing is incredible. There's 5, that's going to be your sub, but you got 5 speakers. I mean, look at that. Boom, 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 and boom, going down. TV with an attitude. This will also drop down, so you can pull it down to about here to get a little bit of a better head height when you are sitting down in the sofa. And then now that we got through the garage, let's go through the rest of this camper. And I think you guys are going to like the bedroom-bathroom combo, because it's like a regular fifth wheel here for you. All right, so now right in here, you have really nice tall, high slides, which is going to make really nice size windows. They all open up for a good breeze. You also see it's an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry, but you also have the power recliners on both sides, manual in the middle, so all 4 sections do recline for you. And then each section also has outlets, USB, and universal C there too as well. But the slide height on this, I'm going to guess, I believe it's 6'10". It's not labeled here, but it looks like it's going to be about 6'10". TVs that are on an angle, I'm typically not a big fan of. However, you get that half bath, and then when you're sitting down in the far corner, which would be like the least desirable spot, you can see it's on a really good angle there still, and you can even push it out a little bit, if you would like. You also have a fireplace to keep you nice and roasty and toasty, saving you a little bit of extra moolah, baby, in that propane. I mean, can't get... use some of that flat rate down at the campground. There's going to be your other controls, so your zone 1 and 2. Kind of get that going. Again, this is going to be, on a swivel there for you. And then you have a little bit of overhead storage in here. And then, again, we're back to the aesthetics. I think aesthetically, they look really nice. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Both sides of the island are going to flip up. And I don't know if I said it before, but solid surface countertops. We're doubling up the love today. Babe, if you're watching, I love you twice. But you have the MSRP of $167,399, sale price of $119,988, and specifically this is stock number 208073. In case this one happens to sell, the next one comes in a little bit more money. I want you to have a stock number tied to it, because we all know the world's just a little bit crazy right now. Little steamer stink sucker 3000 right there. You're also going to see more speakers, so you got another 4 speakers here into the kitchen, and then you also have plenty of storage right there. And I like how it's all the adjustable storage too, which is going to be really nice. And down here, obviously, you're going to have, well, that goes out pretty darn deep. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And like I mentioned before, you have residential appliances, but you also have places to put extra stuff. But you got the 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings. You also have an oven big enough for a turkey. You also have a convection microwave with an air fryer right here as well, with more overhead storage. Notice that I'm going to be hands-free on the strut system as well. And then they also have the 16 cubic foot refrigerator. So talk about having enough room for a family for a week's worth of groceries out there on the road. You got plenty of it. The nice thing about this too is I believe you have, if I'm not mistaken, let's see if it says on here. Now, I'm not sure how much is solar on there. I know there's at least 200 watts, but I think there might even be 440 on this. But either way, it's linked up to where you can add on additional solar if you need additional solar capabilities. So again, another countertop right there that can flip up. And then you have the sink in a pretty different disposition. I like how it's put off into the corner so you can really utilize that countertop space in the outlets for maybe, you know, like your Keurig or your, you know, blender if you're getting a little funky down at the campground, having a good old time blending up those apples, baby. You're also going to get little things like hidden storage right here as well. And then you also get another one right there too. So pretty darn nice. Stainless steel, high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And then you got place for your brushes. Plenty of storage here. 4 pull-out drawers there. You also got your fuse box down here. And then, of course, a place for your AC. And this one has 3 AC units on it as well. There's one in the garage, there's one here, and then there's one up in the bedroom. You got your generator start, your Xantrex. I'll show you more about that here as we continue on through. Your max air fan, and then your tank heaters for your 12-volt tanks, all your slide controls, and your awning. So 3 slides, 3 awnings, all can be controlled right here in the one spot. Underneath the door, or underneath the step as you're coming in the door, there's a little place maybe where you could stuff, you know, some shoes or something like that. And then, of course, you got your 4G LTE Wi-Fi connection right up on the roof, already pre-wired for it, so you can get something like that installed. And then, you know, turn this into maybe like a little mobile hotspot, little mobile office for you. Take some extended trips. Bathroom is pretty darn good size. You got the porcelain foot flush throne right here, but you're also going to see you got a couple little octopus guys, you know, hang a towel on me. And then more adjustable shelving. And the shelving just kind of keeps going as you go through, not the shelving, I'm sorry, the storage as you keep going. One piece fiberglass shower. And I love how you have the LED light, but you also have the skylight as well. The shower is going to be probably like 40 by 32, something like that. I mean, again, 6 foot, 300 pounds. You can see I got plenty of room to be in here. And then the head height, you know, you're probably looking at about 6'6" or so. Then you got the 4 ports of water coming out there for you. So I imagine that'd be a pretty darn special experience there. Pow, bowling gun. Got your plumbing, you got your more pull-out drawers. We're heading off into the bedroom. We're cruising along. We're having a good time. Everyone's happy. We're good to go in the Takoda. Pull-out shelves here underneath your king bed. So what's nice is this is going to be an actual king bed, not just a camper king. And then you have windows on both sides that open up. You have night lights to get a little bit of reading done. Another connection here. You can see it's 85 here in the camper. I have a feeling it's actually like 115 because I'm sweating my giblets off. It's like 98 outside. But bada bing, bada boom. Flip it around here. You got 4 more pull-out drawers, a little bit of shelving here for your dresser, and then you got the TV with the attitude there too as well with an emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop. Get out in a hurry. You are ready to rock. Right into here, you got your other stools for the when you flip up the countertops, or if you want to sit out in the back, you're ready to rock. But you also got washer and dryer connections with a place for a fully stackable washer and dryer, or as you can see here, it can just be a nice little hanging closet for you. So you see you got the light rack is, whoa, what the heck's going on my camera? I think this is part of the heat because it's wobbling. You see that? That's not good. Well, whatever. All right, so you got the Dyson prep right there. And then we're coming around. I think that was it for the inside here portion. Again, it's the 2025 Takoda 400TH. I mean, what do you guys think? We're going to go around on the outside, show you a couple things. Probably spend about 3-4 minutes there. And then I'm going to get skedaddling, get moving, get a grooving. The, man, I haven't seen that before. Solera 5000 series. 12-volt power awning with wind sensors. I did not know that they had wind sensors on this. So how cool is that? I've actually never seen the 5000 series. But with the wind sensor is nice because a day like today, you never know what it's going to storm. You got a little overcast. It's nice to know if the wind picks up, it'll bring those awnings in as opposed to breaking it. Molded fiberglass painted front cap here with the LED lights coming around with the little headlights. You're also going to get a little bit more of a comfortable ride with the MORryde pin box. So it's going to help some with that chucking and bucking, which is really important with a toy hauler because you're probably going to be carrying around, you know, just a little bit more weight. Here into the front, you can lift up that to make this one massive pass-through storage. But then you also have your Xantrex right here. And I'm going to put some information down in the description about everything that does because it's a very, very cool system. that works out for you. And you got the 2 solar charge controllers. So I'd imagine you got the 440 up in the top. You got the, does this have a generator or does it prep for a generator? It's got the piping. Yeah, it's got your generator right there. So that's pretty darn nice. You got your 2 batteries as well as some of your hydraulics there for that 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. Again, heated and enclosed underbelly, place for your propane here. And this is going to be, you know, where your main control is for your speaker system. So it's going to be, everything is set up. And I mean, look how intense that thing looks. You have hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower on both sides. So it's pretty cool, you know, to have 2. And then your control for your speakers will be right here as well. So inside, outside, rock on both sides, you're ready to rock. You got your tire pressure monitoring sensor right there as well. I already showed you how that stands up there, but you also have the large extra rail. And again, Cooper H-rated tires. So these are going to be 17.5 inch tires with a speed rating of 75 degrees or 75 miles per hour with the MoreRide CRE 3000. So, you know, you're driving a little bit more comfortably. You're having a good time. I think that's locked. That's either going to be an open box or an air compressor, just kind of depends. You also have your LP Quick Connect right back there. Bada bing, bada boom. Fully walkable roof, so you can get on there, you know, check your seals, check your slides. Savannah, say what's that? There you go. And then you also have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system to help you get on top of the roof. And, you know, you can check your seals, check your slides. I recommend hopping up there, you know, in between each trips, especially if you're in between or next to like trees or something of that nature. But you'll at least want to get up there and check them every 3 months. Easy cord reel, so you don't have to lug around that big fat cord. And then, of course, you got yourself your fuel pump right there as well. So your tools and all that. And I believe that holds 30 gallons. So you'll definitely want to check that. But it does feed into your generator too, which is nice. So it'll pull from that, you know, if it's eating into the night if you don't fill up in time. Black tank flush, 50 amp connection. You got your sewer connection right there, and it's on the Y bracket. So it's easier dumping. You got the 1 spot as opposed to split off into 2 with the multiple tanks. You also have your Suburban tankless on-demand hot water heater located right there. So that'll be about 45,000 BTUs of heat. So, I mean, you can take showers up to about 130 degrees as long as you have propane. Here are going to be all your tank valves. And the nice thing about this, they're all electric as opposed to pulls. Obviously, you do have a manual override, but it's nice just to be able to click a button and then open that valve. City water connection, black tank flush, which is going to be a sprinkler system for your poop tank. All your different bypasses, and then your battery disconnect, and then your other shower. And then right over here, you got more propane control for your auto leveling. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter. This is the 2025 Takoda 400TH. Have a great day. See ya.